Introducing the 2025 Archibald Blue Streak Marching Band, led by Field Commanders Alana Trace, Adeline Nafziger, and Jade Whitaker. This season, we bring you a single story told episodically over 10 weeks. Recordings of all episodes may be viewed on YouTube at the Archibald Blue Streak Band's channel. Hours after Royal's case entered the office at 221B Baker Street, London, Sherlock was guided through the vacant hallways of Archibald Elementary School by Principal Andrea Thiel. Without the bustle of the students, if we listen carefully, I'm hoping the dark forces may reveal some of their telling noises, Headmaster Thiel whispered. As if on cue, a murmur of unintelligible voices echoed from the ceiling outside the theater doors to our right, and faint music with Asian overtones wafted toward our straining ears. A rhythmic thump grew louder as if gymnasts and tumblers were approaching, as if everybody was kung fu fighting, but no one appeared in the dimly lit corridor. You see what I mean? Thiel exclaimed as the music faded. Sounds from no visible source. It's absolutely haunting. Haunting implies that there's no logical answer besides paranormal activity, Sherlock said, stifling a sly grin. But you sought Sherlock Holmes, which indicates that you expect a solution found in the natural world. In the sound of the thumps of music, my ear detected two details. One, that the distinct thump is made from feet and hands landing on gymnastics mats. And two, that the absence of a high-pass filter in the music is the telltale mark of a low-quality micro speaker, likely several of which are installed inside the ceiling lights, unseen when looking into their brightness. Mrs. Thiel, are there any tumbling mats being used anywhere in this building? Not tonight. The only building with practice mats is the annex, Thiel said, pointing toward the other end of the hallway. Holmes coolly pulled her classic pipe from her vest. The chances are good that someone piped the sounds to the speakers from the practice facility. But who? Why? This prank seems psycho. Maybe sweet, but psycho. Cut to Rush, Headmaster Field. I believe we've discovered the how for your ghostly hallway sounds. The why and the who will come to us soon. Let's examine yesterday's math classroom explosion sites next. As we've turned over pieces of rubble and scraped explosive residue from the edges of the jagged cinder black hole where a video screen had been, my foot snagged on a piece of canvas buried beneath blocks. I carefully tucked the faded white fabric from the debris. Easy now, shake it off, Holmes instructed. Through the settling powder, we can make out a St. Henry Redskins flag. Ladies and gentlemen, the Archwood Blue Streak Marching Band. This has been episode 2 of our 10-episode series. Thanks to McKenna Whitaker as Sherlock, Adam Cobb as Watson, Andrea Field as herself, and Kung Fu Tumblers McKenna Bickel and Anna Shields. Join us live in week 3 at Caressel Field in Sonora for the next installment as Holmes and Watson make sense of utility failures that have turned Domersville Road into a Wi-Fi dead zone. Catch all previous episodes on YouTube at the Archwood Blue Streak Band's channel. Subscribe!